Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, Rancor, Pierozan, get that. Okay, there we go. I'm excited to cast this match. I'm happy to see Pierozan and Rancor. We got some ZVZ at cross position on Radeon. This is not an elimination bracket of any kind, so we don't have to be biased towards one or the other, but I am gonna say a little bias towards Rancor just because I really enjoy casting his games in many instances. He shows us some really fun stuff in many instances. It looks like there was a pause and tie. Both these guys are 1-0, by the way. I think this is the first 1-0 casting I've been able to do in the second round. I might mix it in mostly because I don't want to. I've got the Gosu League bracket up as well, although it says Hasuleauge on it. I could go whoosh and show it to you really fast, but I don't want to disturb the match. But I don't want to edit that until Gosu League is finished. And then, well, I guess I could edit it, right? Because we're already on the bracket stage now that I think about it, rather than the Swiss stage. So maybe I can just go ahead and edit all that. But mostly I just want to leave the things as is until one's complete, but I'm still casting both simultaneously because I'm out of Gosu League games. And wow, that was a really big intro that had very little to do with the actual StarCraft game. Overlord going top left, another Overlord going bottom right. I feel like Rancor's ZVZ is pretty decent. We saw him, who did he play in? He definitely participated in Fighting Spirit Mania. He's actually both players going for an Overlord first build, by the way. I'm trying to remember who he played in Fighting Spirit Mania again. And I casted, I think, that entire series way back when. If you don't know what that is, I recommend looking it up. Looks like we are, in fact, seeing a spawning pool in gas and just a spawning pool from Pierozan. So Pierozan may be going a little bit more Zergling aggressive, maybe wanting to get a hatchery down a little bit more rapidly, but is going to end up not massively behind, but about a few seconds behind here. Might have stuck an extra drone in the midst of that, but his spawning pool looks like it's actually, that's coming out later a little bit. I think Rancor is just a little bit ahead in this build order overall, excuse me, maybe because of the split that happened at early stages, or maybe some worker optimization in the space of this natural expansion hatchery. No, okay, he was saving resources. So Pierozan going ahead and grabbing that natural expansion in the space of this. I will say cross position, this is looking pretty good for Pierozan. It's going to take a long time for those Zerglings to make their way across. I don't know that Rancor is going to opt to get aggressive, however. We're going to have 6 Zerglings on the field versus just the 4. Rancor is up a drone for the short term. And I'm curious, I want to see if the drones pull off gas once they hit 100, because that will be a big indicator that Pierozan's actually thinking, I think he's only got 2 drones on gas right this second. So maybe optimized it that way. To make sure that he can get, looks like he has queued up Zergling speed, but he's keeping still here. So Rancor gonna end up a few seconds ahead on the layer, but at cross position, I do believe Pierozan's gonna be able to make up the difference. And then I don't know that one drone is gonna be sufficient. Both players, by the way, in the dark. Pierozan sending all of his Zerglings spawn right, and Rancor going to see the single Zergling make its way across. Oh, he got assaulted on the way. The Zergling's gonna hold the ramp in the meantime. This does pose a problem potentially for Pierozan, depending on how long he keeps these Zerglings at position. Rancor is going to be able to get the scout. I think he's going to have more information. So Pierozan knows there's no natural. He doesn't know if there's an interior base hatchery though, and he's lacking a bit of additional information. Rancor sees that there's a natural expansion up at the very least, but doesn't have a lot of other information. And he's making his Overlord towards the top right. The layer's only halfway finished, by the way, so much faster layer for Rancor. Actually, much faster than I anticipated. I was really sleeping at the wheel on this overall build order in the space of this. So Rancor is going to have a lot, I think 3 or 4 Mutalisks up in the air. I don't know that Pierozan has a really good sense of when the layer's finishing. Zerglings are making the way out here for Rancor. A creep colony has been dropped, and we're actually even on overall workers despite that natural expansion hatchery being up for Pierozan for quite some time. So it's looking okay for Rancor right this second, although he can't just donate Zerglings here out on the front, especially if he's going to try to hold that spire in the space of this, because with the additional larva, Pierozan in theory can field more cheaper Zerglings out more rapidly. He did force a sunken here at the natural. Are we going to see an evolution chamber as of yet? Here's, I think, Rancor. So Spire's just about to finish. Spire hasn't even started for Pierozan, and he doesn't have an evolution chamber down as well. So he actually might just kind of, there's kind of this term in poker which is called grannying. It's where you have to kind of put your chips out every time, and for the blinds in competitive play. And if you basically just sit back and never make a big move and you keep putting out blinds and go bust that way effectively, or kind of it's kind of called like grannying out, where it's kind of like you just sat on your money and you didn't do anything with it. And I feel like Pierozan's kind of doing that here. Does have the evolution chamber up, but I'm concerned it might be a little bit too late, because there's the first creep colony and the mutalisks are already making the way across the map. Do we have, and we don't have one in the main as of yet as well, though Pierozan has managed to flood. Nice little Zergling blockade, but he's, I don't think this is going to be in time, and he's probably going to lose, if not a lot of Zerglings, he's certainly going to lose a lot of drones, and is definitely going to lose that Overlord near side. A single Mutalisk can just dedicate to that location. So Rancor, rather than worrying about the Spore Colony and its mutation stage, just getting the drone wins that he's able to, can go ahead and cycle to the main. These still haven't morphed either. Zerglings are making their way that direction. 3 Mutalisks now, 4 Mutalisks out in the forward stage. Yeah, and they're going to be able to get some damage. Yeah, this is just going to completely rake over Pierozan's drone count. That Spore finishes. And a lot of wow, a lot of drones are lucky that they are still alive. Rancor holds. He's got that natural expansion building, but at this stage, and he's still going to get some Zerglings along that corner. The Overlord in the main is going to die shortly. Then the Zergling's just going to run all the way across, and now the problem for Pierozan is the Mutalisk can just hold on that ramp and rake in some kills. Spore Colony's gone. The Zerglings can fend for themselves. Pierozan's Zerglings are coming in piecemeal, and there's the Mutalisk overhead. And that, if it was not GG before, it is certainly GG now. Well played from Rancor. And Pierozan dropping in game 1. But he's still got opportunity here. It's a best of 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.